It's good. It's good. Hare Krishna. जय राधा मतलब गाए ना गाए ना गाए. जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन यमुना तीरावनचारी यमुना तीरावनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी श्री श्री राधा मदन मोहन की, जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा महारानी की, श्री श्री गौर निताय की, इस्कॉन फाउंडर आचार्य श्रील प्रभुपाद की, इस्कॉन गुरु वृंद की, समवेत गौर भक्त वृंद की, निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमः ओं विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य दिशतारिणे। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानं पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्त वृंद। With raised hands. हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। मूकं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दिनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्य ईश्वरं। नमो ओं विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते जयपताका स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमः आचार्यपादाय निताय कृपाप्रदायिने गौरकथाधामदाय नगरग्रामतारिणे। please loudly say Hare Krishna. A bit louder, please. Hare Krishna. Today's topic is qualities that attracts Krishna, that attracts God. There are certain types of qualities that we normally get attracted to. Certain type of food, certain type of look, certain type of color, certain type of music, dance. We get attracted to certain qualities of this world. What attracts Krishna? Very interesting. Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, our founder Acharya, spiritual master, made a very profound statement. He said, don't try to see God, but act in such a way that God wants to see you. Simply saying, I want to see God, I want to see God, I want to see Krishna. This is not what attracts Krishna. There are certain qualities, certain behaviors of ours that reflects we really want to see God. We really want to see Krishna. Just like if one of you here wants to see the President of the United States tomorrow at 8 o'clock in the morning, can you? No. But if the President of this country wants to see you tomorrow at 8 o'clock, can he? Yes. Which is easier? You are trying to see the President or the President trying to see you? It's as simple as that. And therefore, our behavior should really show that we really want to see him. We want to meet him. We want to talk to him. We want to play with him. We want to dance with him. We want to honor prasad with him. Or what would be the experience of talking to Krishna, singing and dancing with him, meeting him in person, opening your heart to him? Now, there are certain qualities that really attracts Krishna. Of course, just like the qualities of Krishna is unlimited, the qualities of the devotees are also unlimited. And we only have 35 minutes. So we will be just discussing just few points, and I'm hoping that all of us can introspect and to see how to cultivate those qualities. If those qualities are cultivated, then Krishna is yours. One of our acharyas, he sings, Krishna se tomar tumi dite paro tomaro sakoti ache. Krishna is yours. You can give Krishna. Krishna is yours means he is telling the spiritual master or a pure devotees of the Lord, my dear devotees, Krishna belongs to you. If you want, you can give me Krishna. That means Krishna is so attracted to this devotee that he is completely sold out to that devotee. Thank you. That Krishna is completely sold out to that devotee. Mahaprabhu and Krishna has reiterated this statement many times. Please know for certain I am sold out to my devotees. Wherever my devotees say, my dear Lord, please give him darshan. Please give him an audience. Actually, the word used in Chaitanya Charitamrita, he says, Krishna says that wherever my devotees sell me, I am sold out. He uses such language. So one of the foremost qualities that attracts Krishna is when a devotee has complete faith in his holy name. Not just by hearsay, not just for the sake of it. You have faith? Yes, I have faith. You really have faith? Because if someone really have faith in the holy name, there's nothing in this world can really bother him. Because Prabhupada said, chanting Hare Krishna and seeing Krishna face to face is same. Very interesting pastime happened in 1977 in Vrindavan. Prabhupada was there and Prabhupada was very ill. As you know, Prabhupada left this world in 1977 in November in Vrindavan. And two of his godbrothers, Ban Maharaj and Krishnadas Babaji Maharaj, two very prominent disciples of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, came to see Prabhupada. And Prabhupada was very fond of his godbrothers and especially Krishnadas Babaji Maharaj. Krishnadas Babaji Maharaj said, Prabhupada, I have a question for you. So Prabhupada said, yes. He said, you went to the West, Ban Maharaj also went to the West. You can speak good English. Ban Maharaj also speak good English. You know Sanskrit. Ban Maharaj also knows Sanskrit. You are a good speaker. Ban Maharaj is also a good speaker. How is it that you became successful and Ban Maharaj did not become successful? And because Krishnadas Babaji Maharaj put this question in front of Prabhupada, while Ban Maharaj was there, Prabhupada felt a little bit embarrassed because, right in front of his godbrother, someone is saying how you become successful and how the other godbrother is not successful. So Prabhupada kept quiet, he didn't say anything. I felt a little bit uncomfortable. And he turned to Ban Maharaj also. He asked the same question to Ban Maharaj. He says, Maharaj, how you could not become successful and Prabhupada became successful? How is it? And Ban Maharaj simply smiled, did not respond. Prabhupada did not respond. So Ban Maharaj said, I have the answer. And the answer is, you had complete faith in the holy name of Krishna. One of the name of this movement is Hare Krishna movement. Prabhupada very amazingly put this culture within us. Somehow or other, knowingly, unknowingly, chanting Krishna's name. I don't know if any of you have called any of the devotees. Like in America, normal, you call someone, it's hello, hi, right? You call any devotees, and the first thing is Hare Krishna. And then when you put the phone down, it's okay, have a good day, nice talking to you, right? So whatever you say. What does a devotee say? Hare Krishna. Thank you. Hare Krishna. The last thing, Hare Krishna. Calling someone. Here we have our own culture, how you call people. Prabhupada put this culture. You call someone, you say, Hare Krishna Mataji, Hare Krishna Prabhu, Hare Bol, please come. Hare Krishna, Hare Bol, Krishna's name. I have seen even a devotee being upset. Hare Krishna Prabhu, I'm really upset. So somehow or other, knowingly or even unknowingly, Prabhupada has put this culture in our day-to-day life. Why? Because somehow or other, if we can chant Krishna's name, this will attract Krishna. So having full faith in chanting the holy name is very, very important. It is not some ritualistic activities when you chant. It's a direct conversation. It's directly you're having an audience of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And therefore you will notice that in every religion, chanting God's name is the most prominent thing. You talk about any religion. Like some of you, the first time, Swataswara Prabhu was saying, who came here for the first time. I'm not sure if you are here for the first time in any ISKCON temple, or this was the first visit to Atlanta temple, but you go to any ISKCON program. You came in, what was going on? Singing was going on. And then we sat down, before I spoke, there was singing. What is going on now? It's another type of singing. So somehow or other, chanting the names of God, especially in the age of Kali, is the most important quality that attracts Krishna, that somehow or other we need to be habituated. Because I kind of grew up in the movement. I'm here in the movement for last 42 years. So I have noticed this, that I've seen devotees, when they put the injection, it's not the most palatable thing. And devotees going, Krishna, Krishna. Someone falls chanting Krishna's name. Accident, Krishna's name. Somehow or other, we have to get used to chanting Krishna's name, having full faith. Haridas Thakur, he is known as Namacharya, meaning he is our the most predominant Acharya in our line as far as chanting the holy name is concerned. He has taught by his example. And he has shown us how any impediments, any difficulties in our life can be overcome simply by taking shelter of the holy name. No matter how serious the situation is. We are very much allured by Maya. And Haridas Thakur had to go through this exam. Maya Devi, or the illusory energy herself, had appeared in the most beautiful form to deviate Haridas Thakur in a place called Fulia in Nadia district. And Haridas Thakur simply chanted. He continued to chant. So much so that Maya Devi said to Haridas Thakur, my dear Haridas, I'm defeated by you because you have taken shelter of the holy name. So somehow or other, I know many of you are students and most of you must be working, or some of you must be just staying at home and doing certain things. No matter what you do, what your background is, what you're going through, in the form of your relationship, in the working place, no matter what difficulties or what pathetic situation you may be going through, every single day take out some time, even 10 minutes, and just chant Krishna's holy name and see if there is any difference in your life. When you associate with the holy name, what type of spiritual energy you will have in order to tackle this very, very difficult situation in this world. So that is one thing. And the next quality that Krishna is very, very attracted to is grateful. You ask anyone here, you have any difficulties? It's a huge list. From a kid, you ask a kid, what's the problem? I wanted this toy, I did not get. I wanted to go to this place for holiday, I did not get. So much mental pressure. You will see even a small kid of 5 or 10 years old kid telling you, I can't take, this is too much pressure for me. They feel so much pressure, so much unhappiness. But then we have to also realize what God has given us. Focus on what we have. And what we lack will automatically be fulfilled. If you focus on the negativity and not focus on what you have a miserable life. There is a beautiful story. And this story is told by Govinda Dasi, one of Prabhupada's cook. So, Prabhupada's usual lunch is rice, dal, one dry sabji, one wet sabji and chapati, and one sweet. That was Prabhupada's usual lunch. Now, anyone coming from Indian background, is this something wonderful? So when you sit for lunch, you have rice, dal, 2 sabji? No, it's a very common thing. It's a very common thing that you sit, you have rice, dal and 2 sabji. It's a very common thing. So this particular day, Prabhupada was given a plate of prasad with rice, dal, 2 sabji and a sweet. And Prabhupada said, this is so amazing. I was in India and everyone would tell me, oh Swamiji, don't go to America because there is no food for you there. They only eat meat. And Prabhupada responded, and I would say, Prabhupada said, and when someone would come and tell me that, I would say, what is that? I shall simply live on bread and potatoes. And now I see how Krishna has sent me everything. Rice, dal, sabji, chapati. Prabhupada would very often express his gratitude to Krishna. Being grateful for what we have will help us to enhance our spiritual life. For a day, stop complaining and just be grateful for what we have and see what happens. Just for one day, 24 hours. No nagging, no complaining, and just be happy and be grateful. Look what Krishna has given me. And see what positive impact we will have in our life. So being grateful is something that attracts Krishna very much. Prabhupada was very, very grateful. You see all the exalted personalities, they have always been very, very grateful. That's why they're successful. And not complaining all day. Oh, I didn't have a pizza today, I didn't have a pizza today. Whatever by Krishna's mercy, whatever you have, you be happy and see. Again, by being positive and by being grateful for what we have by Krishna's mercy, whatever is lacking will be taken care of. Now, another quality that attracts Krishna very much is the mood of servant. Always, when Prabhupada went back from America to Calcutta, and in Mahatma Gandhi Road, very close to where Prabhupada grew up, there's a Radha Govinda temple. And Prabhupada grew up taking shelter of the deity of Radha Govinda. So when Prabhupada came there, the pujaris or the family members of that temple came to meet Prabhupada and requested him to come and see Govinda Dev. It was very late at night. And the servants told Prabhupada, maybe you can go tomorrow. Prabhupada said, no, I want to go now. So actually in the night Prabhupada came, and for a long time he took darshan of Radha Govinda in MG Road, and Prabhupada said, whatever I have accomplished, whatever has been achieved is simply by the mercy of Govinda Dev. I have not done anything. Before Prabhupada came to America, one person, he heard that Bhaktivedanta Swami is going to America. So he went to Prabhupada and said, Swamiji, I heard you're going to America. Is that true? Prabhupada said, no. Srimad Bhagavatam is going to America. And I am assisting Srimad Bhagavatam as a servant. Look at the mood of a devotee. Srimad Bhagavatam is going to America, and I am going as a servant to assist Srimad Bhagavatam. Mode of a servant is something that attracts Krishna. Mood of, Lord and Master will destroy us. And a mode of a servant, he will achieve Krishna. Sometime we achieve something. Someone is a good cook, the prasad came out really good. Someone is a singer, kirtan came out good. Someone is giving a class, and the class came out good. Someone is a manager, whatever field of expertise you are in, ego will destroy the talent. Humility will enhance that quality. This is something that attracts Krishna. Mood of a servant. And the day we feel, here I am, we're doomed. Finished. And look at the mood of Prabhupada. How many times he cried, expressing his gratitude. While giving class in Mayapur, so many times Prabhupada cried that all of you, I have not achieved anything. All of you have been sent by my Guru Maharaj to fulfill the mission of Mahaprabhu. This is the mode of a devotee. This is the mode of a servant. Complete dependent on the Lord. I will, you can all repeat after me because this is Bengali. I know many of you will not know Bengali or have a little bit of a hard time for Bengali. I notice one thing, those devotees who speak Spanish, for them to pronounce Bengali is very easy. There's some similarity it seems. But these words are very purifying because these are written by Prabhupada himself. So he can repeat just 3 lines, and this really shows what it means to be completely dependent on Krishna. Interestingly, I am dependent on you. Means what? I'm going to be lazy. You do all the work because I'm dependent on you. But Krishna conscious dependence means you try your best and you depend on the mercy of the Lord for success or failure. Whatever it is, my Lord, it's up to you. I'm going to do my best. Just like Mother Yashoda. She was churning. Krishna got very attracted to see, by her hard work. When Mother Yashoda wanted to catch Krishna, when did Mother Yashoda was able to catch Krishna? One was Mother Yashoda's hard work, and the other one was Krishna's mercy. So, please, repeat after me. Ani acho jodi Prabhu, amare nachate, nachao nachao Prabhu, nachao se mate, kaster putul jotha, nachao se mate. Nachao is not nachos. Nachao here in Bengali means dance. My Lord, ye have brought me here for some purpose. He's talking about the Lord bringing him to America. Ye have brought me here. It seems like you brought me here to dance. So if this is your desire, you make me dance as you wish. I'm completely yours. Just like kaster putul jatha nachao se mate. You have seen the doll dance? What do you call that? Puppet show? Have you seen? Just like that. There's someone behind who's making the puppet dance. I'm completely yours, my Lord. It does not mean a devotee does not try his best. He tries his best, just like the students. Don't say, I am dependent on Krishna, therefore I'm not doing my homework. Or I'm not going to the school. No, you try your best. At the same time, you also depend on the Lord. Then the real results come. A devotee is very, very kind, very merciful. This attracts Krishna very much. A devotee is kind to all living entities, not only to the cat and to the dog, but also to the chicken. Somehow or other, cat is cute. Dog is very nice, but chicken is food. A devotee is very kind to all living entities. I'll give you one small example how Prabhupada was kind to everyone, even to a bug. Have you seen some bugs not looking very cute? You see the butterfly and you feel like, wow, so nice. But there are some bugs, you go like, oh, right? There's some, huh? Right. There are some bugs like that. So Govinda Dasi Mataji was there and there was one bug there. And that bug to Govinda Mataji was not looking very nice. So she made that face, right in front of Prabhupada. And Prabhupada, with tremendous compassion, Prabhupada said, chant Hare Krishna to the poor creature. Just be nice. Be kind. So Govinda Dasi Mataji was saying that now every time she sees a bug, that she chants Hare Krishna. Being kind, being nice to every living entity is something that attracts Krishna. Prabhupada said a devotee is a perfect gentleman. A devotee is a perfect gentleman. And one of the greatest example is Prabhupada himself. The age of 70, how he came all the way with 2 heart attacks, with no money power, no manpower, no resources. How he spread Krishna consciousness throughout the whole world. How Prabhupada cried to distribute love of Godhead. He wanted to unify the whole world. He wanted everyone to become happy, not externally, but also internally. Vasudev Datta was one of Mahaprabhu's most intimate associates. One day in Jagannath Puri, Vasudev Datta requested the Lord, my Lord, please, I have a request. I'm begging for a benediction. Usually it's the other way around. Usually one devotee is doing penance, then the Lord appears, I'm very happy with your penance, what do you want? And the benediction is given. Here Vasudev Datta very spontaneously asking, Mahaprabhu, my Lord, I need something from you. And Mahaprabhu told Vasudev Datta, there is nothing that I have that I will not give it to you. Ask anything. He says, my Lord, I want all living entities to go back home, back to Godhead. I don't want anyone suffering here. If you feel, my Lord, that these living entities are not qualified to go back home, back to Godhead because of the sinful activities, I am willing to suffer in hell for eternity. But my Lord, let them all go back home, back to Godhead. This is the kindness of a devotee. He is willing to take any sacrifice for the devotees. There's so much can be said for every quality that we talked about. I'm sure many of you are coming up with so many examples of each of the qualities. One very interesting quality that attracts Krishna is putting others before you. If there was one rasgulla, would you take it or do you give it to somebody else? Most likely, Haribol Prabhu, see you later. Right? Very interesting pastime. Please listen to this very carefully. And watch my hand, then you'll get an idea. So Mahaprabhu was walking. This is after Mahaprabhu, after spending a good amount of time outside of Bengal. After he took sannyas, he went to Puri, he went to South India, he came back. So after some years, he came to Bengal. And Mahaprabhu was walking with many of the devotees. So he came like this, and the road went like this. This road ended, and then road went like this. So one side was the house of Vasudev Datta, whom we just spoke about. And the other side was the house of Saint Sivananda Sen. Now, members of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness, you must be acquainted with these two great devotees, Vasudev Datta and Sivananda Sen. They are glorified in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Chaitanya Bhagavat. They are glorified everywhere. So Mahaprabhu stopped here and he turned to Vasudev Datta. Because the distance from here, middle path, to the house on Saint Sivananda Sen and Vasudev Datta was same. Is exactly the same distance. And Mahaprabhu wanted to ask Vasudev Datta. He turned to Vasudev Datta, he said, Vasudev Datta, you tell me, in whose house should I go first? Your house or Sivananda Sen's house? Without hesitation, Vasudev Datta said, my Lord, please go to the house of Sivananda Sen first. And after that, if there is some time, and if you're kind, please come to my house. Mahaprabhu was so pleased with this quality. Usually, when there is a line for prasad, we want to be the first one. Right? We always want to be the first one. If prasad has to be divided, then if little bit of extra portion can be on my side, and little bit, even 5% less on your side, consciously, unconsciously, we are used to that. But this quality of a devotee, of putting others before you, it attracts Krishna very much. Mahaprabhu was so pleased with Vasudeva Datta. He announced in front of all the devotees. And he said it very loud. Why he said it very loud? Because he wanted everyone to hear. Datta ama jatha beche tothai bikai. My dear devotees, please know for certain, সত্য সত্য ইহাতে অন্যতা কিছু নেই. I said again and again, this is the truth, that I belong to Vasudeva Datta. Wherever he sells me, I am sold out. What is that quality? That it attracted the Lord so much so that he sold himself. Two qualities we saw. One is that Vasudeva Datta was the personification of mercifulness. He was ready to go to hell for other living entities. And when Mahaprabhu asked, which house should I go first? He said, my Lord, go to Saint Sivananda's house. Please know, a devotee does not simply means putting on tilak, wearing this dress, is not limited to that. Devotee means a whole lifestyle of his behavior, what he eats, how he speaks. Therefore Arjuna asked Krishna, Stita pragyasa kabhasa samadhistasya kesava stitadhi kim prabhaseta kimasita vrajeta kim. Arjuna asked, my dear Lord, you're talking about devotees. How does he speak? What is his behavior like? And therefore, the behavior of the devotees are so very important. We want to see Krishna, we want to attract Krishna's attention, then we really have to focus on ourselves, on reforms. It's very, very important. And today's last but not the least is tolerance. Here, devotees, all of your devotees, today is a Sunday. You could be having fun somewhere else, but you chose to come to the temple on Sunday. So therefore, I'm just saying that please understand here, there are devotees from everywhere. Different states, from different countries, different language, different culture, different food habit. You want to stay together? We have to tolerate a lot. And I'll finish with one very beautiful example of Srila Prabhupada. When Bhaktacharya Swami Maharaj, he got the service of being one of Prabhupada's servant. They came from Mayapur to Bombay. And Bhaktacharya Maharaj was very new to the movement. So while serving Prabhupada, one of Prabhupada's disciples, means Bhaktacharya Maharaj's godbrother, senior godbrother, chastised him very heavily. And those of you know Bhakti Churu Maharaj, you know, very kind, very soft, very aristocratic, you know. So he felt bad that he was chastised, but he never reacted in a negative way. But he was sad. He did not go to Prabhupada and complain. Prabhupada, he knew everything. So when Bhakti Churu Maharaj walked into Prabhupada's room, Prabhupada told him that how advanced a devotee is cannot be known by the position one holds, but by seeing how humble and how tolerant one is, one can say how advanced the devotee is. So, if we want to advance in spiritual life, we have to cultivate humility and tolerance. Without humility, without tolerance, there is no question of being a devotee. Oh, how Prabhupada tolerated. You know that when Prabhupada came here in America, and the first time he opened a refrigerator in that person's house, Gopal's house, you know, his vegetables were in the same refrigerator as meat. What he had to go through, how much he had to tolerate, or how humble he was. Each of us, if we have the desire to attract Krishna's attention, then these are some of the qualities we must focus and try to cultivate. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. I was asked to stop at 5:30 and it's 5:30. Hare Krishna. Shweta Swarup Prabhu? It's up to you. Any questions from what I spoke in the class? If there is any question from what we spoke, what we discussed, now we can try to see if I can answer it. Yes, Prabhu? Can you hear nicely? Can you hear him?
Prabhu, you mentioned that in the Bengali, that thing, but we didn't get clear clarification in English. If you want to
Oh, the sloka that I asked everyone to repeat?
yeah, just repeat that in English.
Okay. Prabhupada says, my dear Lord, it seems that you have brought me here, meaning America, for a purpose. I am completely dependent on you. You please make me dance the way you want me to dance. Just like the puppet show. I give the example of puppet show. There is a person behind who's making the puppet dance. Similarly, you make me dance. I'm yours. That's all. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Anything else? Yes?
In all of these qualities that we were discussing, there is the idea of the devotion, the sincerity and genuineness within one when one practices or engages in this. Hare Krishna. So I was wondering if you could elaborate a little bit, because the qualities are there, but the qualities doesn't really stand on its own. We may buy a gift for someone. It may be of some great value or lesser value. I think the intention, the sincere desire to please that person is what really counts. And so the value of our engagement in offering any of these qualities that we practice or we try to develop in our daily Krishna conscious endeavors for the pleasure of Krishna, so that that devotion that we place within that intent, I think instead of it necessarily being mechanical in nature versus the idea of pleasing Krishna. I was wondering if you can expand on the importance of that a little bit. Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhu. You actually put it very nicely. See, the heading of today's topic was qualities that attracts Krishna. There has to be a purpose behind. Why are you tolerating? We're talking about humility. But the whole culture in most of the part of the world is not humility. It's who I am. I am the Lord and Master of everyone, right? So why from that mood you want to focus on humility? Why you want to tolerate? Because it attracts Krishna. It pleases Krishna. It unifies everyone, putting Krishna in the center. So as soon as Krishna comes into the picture, everything changes. There is a mood of simply pleasing Krishna. Nachao, nachao, Prabhu, nachao samate. My dear Lord, you make me dance the way you want me to dance. I'm completely yours. So with that mood to attract Krishna, when we try to cultivate certain qualities because it pleases Krishna, naturally, there's so much joy in cultivating that quality. Externally, sometimes it is painful. Tolerating someone is not very palatable. But when it's connected with Krishna, it's very pleasing. Therefore, Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, Tomar sebai dukkha hai jato seyoto param sukh. My dear Lord, while serving you, I have to face many impediments. But my Lord, those impediments or those difficulties are the greatest joy. Why? Because it is connected with you. Tomar sebai, because it pleases you, is for your service, and therefore is joyfully done. And therefore Krishna also says that Rajavidya Rajaguhyam Pavitram Idamuttamam Pratyaksha Bhagavam Dharmyam Susukham Kartumapiyam. Devotional service is performed with a joyful heart. All of you sitting here, this devotee, he's having hard time to sit. You think he's joyful? God, he's thinking when I can stand up. But he's taking this austerity and understanding that this is something spiritually beneficial for me. It gives him joy. As devotees, we fast sometimes. Ekadasi, Janmastami, this, that. You think it's palatable? Not drinking water for 12 hours? But when it's connected with Krishna, it gives transcendental joy. And therefore, any qualities that we want to cultivate without Krishna, it will give you misery. Any qualities that we want to cultivate, putting Krishna in the center, will be joyful. And therefore, the heading of today's class was qualities that attracts Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you so much for tolerating me. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. I forgot. Swataswara Prabhu just reminded me. I thank him for reminding me. As you know, you must be hearing a lot of news from Bangladesh. I spend every day almost 3 to 4 hours every single day, especially here, because here morning means their daytime and all that. So I'm here for last, I think, almost 15, 16 days, and my meeting starts at 4 o'clock in the morning, every single day. 4 to 10, I'm just doing my service in communication with different states in India and also Bangladesh. And I just want to beg all of you to kindly pray to their lordships, Sri Sri Radha Madan Mohan, Jagannath Baladev Subhadra, and Sri Sri Gaur Nitai. Things are not very nice there. I'm trying to put it in a simple way. Things are not very nice. Devotees are going through hardship. There was a point a couple of weeks back, and things looked very, very, very dangerous. But by the devotees praying all over the world and the hard work of the devotees on the ground, and His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj and Bhakti Purushottam Maharaj is guiding the devotees on the ground. Even today, Jayapataka Maharaj, this morning he was there in the meeting. At least he comes and attends the Bangladesh meeting at least once a week. He gives a good amount of time. And things are getting, to some extent, externally a little better. But the things are very, very tense there. So I take this opportunity to request all of you to kindly pray for the devotees of Bangladesh, so the devotees and the properties of ISKCON, the lives of the devotees are safe and they can practice devotional service. So we can all raise our hand and chant one time Hare Krishna mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Srila Prabhupada ki. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. So let's give a big round of applause for Naru Gopal Prabhu. Haribo! So we have a couple of Sunday sponsors today. We have Vijita and Praveen. Are you here? Yeah, please come in the front. Then Sarju Patel. Patel family, are you here? Jayanti Bhaiji? Okay. And then Narmata. So I'll request His Grace Naru